Earth Debate live. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and join button if you'd like to become a Nathan Oakley 1980 channel member and keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you would like to support the channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they are live, and there's also a Ko-Fi, Patreon, crypto, and thanks button in the info box below the video. Most importantly, if you'd like to join the discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video to join the panel and express your views on the nature of Earth. If you do join, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. Please also share the show on social media. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel, so please share the show on Facebook and X. Now, we are joined by Chocolate Saiyan and a whole bunch of people in the Politics Flat Earth 24/7 Discord server, so welcome one and all.
Welcome.
Yo. Thank you.
Yo.
Nathan, I just up to you.
G'day, mate.
Oh, thank you very much. Jolly good.
You're welcome.
Booger started speaking, Nathan, while you were doing your intro, so he's probably going to start from Booger. You're probably going to have to start from the beginning again for Nathan.
That's good. So yeah, me and Nathan, we talked about like how I asked him what he believes about space, and you said
Can you get closer to your mic? I can't hear you.
We can barely hear you.
Oh, that's my bad. What about now?
That's fine.
Is that
That's
better?
better.
Okay, yeah, that's my bad. So yeah, we earlier talked about how what your thoughts are on space, and you said that it validates gas laws, right? Where you can't have gas next to like a vacuum, like pressurized gas next to a vacuum, like such as space. Yeah. So basically, I think that it is possible, right? Because I think that I mean there are many ways to hold gas, and one of the ways to do that is with gravity, right? And I think to show that gravity does affect gases, there's an experiment that I'll post in the chat. It's a YouTuber, but basically he put 2 helium balloons in a vacuum chamber.
They're containers. That's 2 containers.
Yeah, but all this does is it shows that...
Stop! You've just told me you can demonstrate gas pressure without containment, and you're opening gambit into what you'll be showing me. Don't talk while I'm talking. Close your frickin' mic. Whoever's got their mic open, close it now. If they do it again, whoever that person is, while I'm ripping this guy a new asshole based on his declaration that he can show gas pressure without containment, and then offering 2 containers. So, Bongo, do you want to sit down and shut up now? Stupid idiot. Did you hear me? You stupid man, Bongo. That's 2 containers. Do you understand how stupid you have been?
Yeah, but I'm...
So sit down, shut up, stop wasting everybody's time with your idiocy about 2 containers demonstrating gas without containment. That's idiocy. Why are you wasting our time being stupid making these declarations? You thought wrong, idiot. Didn't you? You thought wrong then, didn't you, Bongo? You thought wrong, Bongo. That was 2 containers. You were wrong, weren't you?
Yeah.
So sit down, shut up.
Bongo.
So sit down, shut up. Don't tell my friggin' audience that you know how to demonstrate gas pressure without containment. You don't. Your stupid gravity idiocy was wrong.
Nathan, first I need to show that gas is affected by gravity. Then I can...
No, you just need to show that you don't need containment. You had 2.
I can do that by showing...
You can stutter, can you? Can you stutter at me? No, you cannot. I've told you to shut up and sit down. You're going to reiterate and rinse and repeat your crap point that gravity can show it without containment when you got 2 of them? What part? Sit down, shut up, stop wasting our time with your idiocy. Don't you understand?
Nathan, you're not going to have a conversation by telling people...
I know I'm not. I'm telling you. I'm not inviting you to keep talking at me. I'm calling you an idiot. Demonstrating the flaw. Don't talk while I tell you off. I'm demonstrating the idiocy in your claim, and then telling you, based on the idiocy in your claim, to sit down and stop talking. What do you mean I'm not going to have a conversation? No, I'm telling you. It's not an invitation for conversation. It's me telling you to shut up. Idiot.
So why are you here then?
Idiot, shut up! So I can hear idiots tell me that they can demonstrate gas pressure without containment by way of 2 containers, Bongo. Now, I'm not here for that. That's a waste of my time, isn't it, Bongo? That's an idiot, you, wasting me and my audience's time with stupid nonsense that makes no sense. Okay?
Okay, what about
you sit down and shut up now you've demonstrated what an idiot you are? What about that? Don't have a place here, dick. Your stupid claim demonstrably showed everybody how thick you were. Now you think you're going to carry on in this conversation, do you, Dumbo? Why? Why would we carry on talking to an idiot?
Who else are you going to talk to?
I mean, you do get that from the gate, like you inserted containers when the whole point is to prove gas pressure without one. I mean, are you even aware of what the definition of gas pressure is, my friend?
Yeah, I do. And this is rather like an explanation to
So define it then.
how gas is affected
So define it.
by gravity.
If you know, so define it then. What's the definition of
Define
gas
what?
pressure?
Okay, I understand that gas pressure...
No, don't tell me what you understand.
Okay,
You
I'll
just
tell you the
asked by
definition. I'll
chocolate
tell
if
you
you
the
understood what the definition is.
Yes.
You said
I got
yes.
you, I got you.
Shut up.
I do.
Shut up, stupid little man. You were asked if you understood what the definition was. You said yes. Now you're going to prove that that yes wasn't a lie. Like the stupid idiot liar that you might now demonstrate it to be if you don't define it. Define it then.
So,
Go.
okay. Gas pressure refers to the force exerted by gas molecules colliding with walls of a container, obviously, this was obviously...
So space is fake.
These are the people who define
So
it.
that'll be the end of your time talking, given that your claim was that you could demonstrate it without one with gravity. But based on the very definition of what it is, it needs containment. To press on. So space is fake.
Or provide a demonstration.
So-
Booger.
So,
Either provide a demonstration or move on, because this isn't a demonstration. You've got 2 balloons filled with helium contained within a container, and the title itself tells you what's occurring, that the helium inside them is less dense than the air around them. Yeah. So then the claim is gravity that you still haven't proven, and that you still haven't proven contains gases. So please give a demonstration or move on to something else.
You can't.
Another.
You can't. It would
So
violate the
actually-
definition. You need containment. It's part of the definition. Space is fake. If we had a vacuum above our heads, the gas would fill it, in line with entropic dispersion laws of nature. Second law of thermodynamics. Gas fills space. Ergo, if the sky was space, gas would fill it, we'd be dead.
May I say something very fast? Like those 2 helium balloons, if you pop them out, that gas inside those balloons will just fill that entire vacuum, and gravity will not be able to hold it in the bottom of the vacuum, leaving you with that vacuum in the top.
It just fills the container. If it's the balloon, it'll fill the balloon. If you pop the balloon, it'll fill the vacuum chamber because it's a container. That's what gas does.
Yep.
Fills containment. So if the sky was a vacuum, and let's pretend the world was the balloon, even though the world doesn't have anything around it containing gas in the stupid world of globe Earth, and you pop the balloon, then all the gas that was the bullshit world with gas not contained, not dispersing, well, if it was under containment, it would disperse when the containment went away. But in their religion, there isn't even a container. It's just a free, open space next to high-pressure gas. Total violation of the second law.
Well, this is actually the perfect demonstration of this, Boogie. Yeah, you pop the balloon and the gas is going to fill the available space, the vacuum.
So where the balloon was popped and the gas spread out and filled the space, that's what Earth's gas would have done at the very first point that any gas came out of the ground. It would all go into space and never come back. We'd never be breathing it.
The big difference is that Earth is a very large thing and it has a lot of gravity to it, right?
Sorry, that's a begging the question fallacy.
Hmm?
That's the thing you're trying to prove that you're now appealing to. It's called a begging the question fallacy. Another stupid idiot remark from a stupid idiot dunce who is now begging the question of his claim. Rather than demonstrating gas pressure without containment, he's going to appeal to gravity. The thing you're trying to prove?
Well, we know
Nathan,
gravity
even if he
affects all.
No, we don't know anything, Bongo. You don't know anything. You're a stupid man who's just used a fallacy, and you haven't acknowledged your fallacy use. You're just moving on. Like, you haven't even comprehended what I've told you. I've told you you've used a fallacy. You haven't acknowledged what I've just said, making you a dunce. Do you understand circular reasoning, Bongo? Whoever else is talking, please stop. Bongo, do you understand circular reasoning? It's what you've just employed.
I do. I do understand.
Don't do that, sir. It's a fallacy. It's called begging the question. Can you not do that? Can you not acknowledge that I'm telling you off while I'm telling you off? Like yammering through me telling you that you're a dunce who's begged the question. That's fallacious. Don't do that here, please.
I got you.
It'd be best if you just sit down and shut up when I told you to, really. Because you keep digging this ever-expanding hole with you in it, making yourself increasingly look more stupid. Difficult, but you're definitely managing it.
Maybe we can speak to your Enzo, Bongo, because you wanted him to help you out. So maybe if you want to mute up, we can have a chat with your Enzo.
Okay, let's try that.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I just have questions, but I don't know if that's allowed. AJ, is that allowed?
Yeah, you can ask a question. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nathan, when you look up to the sky, like, what do you see? Like, what are those bright objects to you?
Stars.
And where are those stars?
In the sky. You've already told us where they are.
Okay, but where in the sky are they? Like, how high up, let's say, distance-wise?
You tell me.
I'm asking you.
I don't make a claim about how star. If I could stop stuttering. How high stars
Do you know?
are.
Okay, do you know the answer to it?
I just told you that I don't make a claim about how high they are. However, correct me if I'm wrong, sir, you believe Earth is a sphere.
I don't know what it is.
Why are you asking this question?
Because I want to see, like, what you think. Like, where do you think those stars are?
Third
in the sky?
time.
Like, how
Are
high
you
up?
deaf? Repeat after me. I don't make a claim about it.
I don't care if you don't make a claim. I'm asking you a question, and I'm asking you if you know the answer to that question.
Right, your
Well, if he
Enzo.
Sorry,
doesn't make a bloody
can
claim
you
to it, he's
square?
not gonna
Sorry,
know.
just a
Guys,
second.
one
I
at
can
a
deal
time.
with this by myself.
Guys,
It's
one at a-
okay. I can cope. Can you square the GD?
Nathan, you're answering.
Can you
You're
square?
answering a different
Excuse me,
question.
I'm
Answer the
answering you.
question. How?
It seems like you're talking while I'm talking because you haven't got what you want. Can you square the GDP deficit of Denmark, please? Go.
Wait, ask me.
Can you square the GDP deficit in Denmark? Can you do that or not?
No.
Well, then you're a retard. Why are you even talking to us? Retard, why can't you
Okay,
do
answer
that?
my question.
Why can't you do that, retard? Is it like you're not even making claims about the GDP of Denmark to be squaring circles in that regard? It's like something that you've never even talked about, right? Why would I be asking you, given that you don't talk about that? Would it
You can
seem like a
continue
strange
around
question to
20
put
minutes.
to you,
Still
given
haven't
that you've
answered the
made no
question.
claims about
AJ.
it? Would it be that I'm still in the
Enzo.
middle of the same sentence and it's just him talking to the top so people can't clearly hear what I'm asking him? What I've put to you, sir, is an unreasonable question that you haven't made a claim about. In this case, the GDP of Denmark. Something that you're not making any claims about. Therefore, it'd be unreasonable to you be questioned about it. I don't make any claims about their frigging height. Fourth time.
Yeah, I'm just going to put it another way, your Enzo, so you may understand it. One, Nathan hasn't made any claims about the height, so there's nothing to question here, Nathan, in regards to that. But secondly, that would be based on speculation, not something that we can verify in reality. So it's not about what we think or what we speculate. It's about what we can know, what we can measure. Yeah. And this is not something that we can know. So we're not going to speculate on it. That's the simple answer.
Anyway, who cares?
Okay,
what height they
AJ, I
are?
have a question for you.
Who cares? Why am I being asked was my question.
Wait, why do you mute me when he speaks? When I speak over
Do you
him?
want to answer
or
my
when he speaks
question?
over everyone
Why
else?
did you ask?
Are you guys
What
like in the
relevance
same
does it
room?
have?
Quick question: are you guys in the same room or something?
Why did you ask me about the height of the stars? Third time.
Because I want to see like your view on like what you think those bright objects are. how far
Why?
they are?
Hello?
You know,
Fifth time. Fifth time. Why?
Because I'm curious.
Why are you curious about my opinion on lights in the sky? Who cares?
Okay, so you agree stars exist, right?
Right,
Planets
why are
exist.
you... Is he dense? Why in unholy hell am I being asked this? Do you not understand a simple question?
Okay, answer the question. I can say the same thing.
I
Why am
answered
I
it.
sure
I
of it?
don't make any claims, and based on that, I'm querying why the hell I'm being asked. But you seem to want to
Just 'cause
know
you don't
my
make any
opinion.
claims doesn't mean I
Why?
can't
We
ask you
don't know
questions, like,
why.
'cause I'm
And when I
not-
start summarising, he starts talking straight through the top of me. Asshole. I'm unclear why the hell I'd be being asked this. Now, it's the 6th attempt to find that out from you. Do you want to
Are you gonna
enlighten
answer the
me
question?
why the friggin' hell you'd be asking this? What relevance it might have beyond my la-di-da opinion of it?
Yeah, so Lorenzo, either move on or answer the question. And I believe your answer to the question needs to be that somehow these lights in the sky are going to prove your globe. Yeah. Then this is why you're trying to go down this path.
I guess we'll
Not
never know.
exactly, but it would help me. Not exactly, but it
That
would
doesn't
help
sound
me.
like the same guy. Doesn't sound like
okay,
the same
the
guy's
debate
talking.
to
Is that
answer
a
the
different
question.
guy
He doesn't
now
wanna answer
talking?
my
Is it just
question,
me, or is it a
so I
different guy
I
answering?
can't really work.
Is it a different guy now
The
yammering?
question was answered. Same guy, Nathan. The question was answered by Nathan and myself. You got your answer, dude. So either move on or, like I stated,
Decide. You need to be neutral as a mod, and you're not doing that. You're doing the incorrect job.
Right, is he answering my question
Dude,
that I put
this
to him?
is-
I'll put it to him again, mod. That's unreasonable for the 6th time. Because it's unreasonable that you should ask him to move on. Why am I being asked about heights of stars beyond whether or not I've got an opinion on it, which is irrelevant? That's 6 times. Do you want to tell the mod he's unreasonable when I've asked you the same frigging thing 6 times?
Hey, did you have a response?
I'm asking you!
Oh, I'm not talking to you right now because you've
Oh,
been
well, then
ranting
kick
for the
this
last 5
asshole to the curb. Dumbass, I'm running a show here. You either talk to me or piss off. You understand that, dickhead? You will respond to me, or you'll get lost. So, is it going to be the latter? You'll piss off then, because you don't want to talk to me? Yeah, that's because I'll rip your stupid globe faith, and you asshole, for a live audience, sir. You're damn right you don't want to talk to me. I destroy your religion in a globe and space. So yeah, you want to talk about how it's being moderated when you can't answer a simple question? I know the straw man you need to build with your question. You probably know I know where you're trying to go with your stupid question, and so does the mod. You're not sneaky, you're not clever. We all know where this is attempting to go by you. But you don't want to answer my 7th rendition of why would I being asked about the heights of these lights when I don't make a claim about it. You don't want to tell us, do you, sir? You want to appeal to how badly treated you are by the mod upon being asked the same thing 7 times. Oh, yeah, you're being very unfairly treated, dickhead. Go and bleat in some woman's forum.
Did you finish yapping?
Okay, we're gonna try one more time. Things you need to know. Number one, this is hosting Nathan Oakley's show right now. He's the person you're going to talk to. No one else. That's the only person you're here to talk to. You can come back later if you don't want to talk to Nathan Oakley. Number two, asking somebody off-topic conversation topics like Mars or whatever is not talking about the Earth. The topic today is the Earth, the surface of the Earth.
Slight correction.
So if you're able to understand these two things, you're welcome to stay. If not, go to whatever baking forum or whatever you want to talk about.
Red-faced retraction, not woman's forum, sensitive person's forum. My bad, Bible, you. I'll try and cut down on the sexism.
Okay, are you good? Or how you say your name there?
Who?
Are you good? Are you ready to participate in the conversation, or are you done?
The rules are a bit iffy, so I'm not sure if I want to continue.
Like, piss off.
Okay, the rule is very
means
simple.
piss
Talk
off.
to Nathan
Piss off
Oakley
then.
about the Earth.
Talk about the Earth, answer questions that are put to you in response.
Wait.
That's
Are we
it.
allowed, if we're going to continue this, are we allowed to speak over each other?
Just take turns. The best
And
you can.
without a rant, right? If I disagree with something he says, I can, like, give my opinion and how I feel about it, like, right?
Nah.
And I'd be
can
like,
wait.
oh,
If I say
Just
something
wait.
factually
this and that.
incorrect, you can
And will you
disagree.
guys let me continue without being muted, or would I
Without
be
you being
muted if I do that?
answered. Without you being answered to the
Just
question you
ta-
just asked. Like,
No,
carry on,
I'm
regardless of the
asking-
fact you just put a question
you're
out there. Maybe if you can carry on talking past your question, it won't matter that it doesn't
No.
get an answer.
I'm asking Dane, or no, I mean Crispy, or Crits. I'm asking you.
Yeah, so just take and over talking does happen. The goal is to
Yeah.
get maximum engagement. And if you're asking
Yeah.
a question,
Yeah.
it should suggest that you would shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
ask a question, then keep talking. It's you who are over talking. Once you hit that question mark, you should be quiet until the full answer is given to you.
Okay, but if he says something I disagree with, can I like give
Then
my
wait.
how I feel about it? Is that
Then
allowed?
wait.
You can-
Wait until the end of the answer and
it's
then
mutual.
ask another question.
Is that rule mutual? So he would have to wait to.
Oh
express his
my
feelings?
God, I am running a live show, sir. Why am I being asked about the lights and their heights? Go.
Wait, before we continue, Crits.
Just
is that
shut
allowed?
this
Because
asshole
go
up.
answer
Just
the
shut this
question.
asshole ruining my live show up. Dumbass, go read the rules, learn to answer a question. Don't moderate chat with my bloody
not
moderation.
sword
It's not
then.
my team. Is still someone talking while I'm telling him to get lost then? If you can't cope with a few rules and don't know how to answer a question, then sod off. Don't waste our live show time here.
Yeah, gave him a chance. Like I what happened there was I think two people muted them, so one person unmuted them. So yeah, we just jumped over each other on that. But yeah, he was given a chance to answer and he doesn't want to. Maybe he'll come back later.
I don't want to be stroppy with anybody here, right? I'm genuinely in a very good mood today, to be perfectly frank with everyone. And it'd be nice to have a
So who was-
reasonable conversation with people.
I think what Dank was next or Booga, one of the two up top were
Yeah.
trying to talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Nathan, I think it is important to understand like the sun and how that works with a flat Earth versus what I think with like a spherical Earth.
You get a bit closer
So
to your mic
when
again.
Yeah, that's my bad. So yeah, when you look at a sunset, you see that half of the sun is like covered, right? It gets like blocked off by the Earth. Do you
Yeah,
agree
that's
with that or
basically
no?
it. That's the end of your claim, right?
Well, no. What I think is the Earth is spherical because when the sun gets cut off from your angle, someone who's 100 miles west in a different time zone would still be able to see the sun in a different angle higher up, like showing that if it was a flat Earth and the sun is actually below the Earth, then that's not possible because someone who's still on Earth on the same level would see it above them. So
Okay,
therefore,
you need a,
it
okay,
can't
thank
be
you.
a flat
Okay, thanks.
plane.
Got it. Yeah, got it. Yeah, you need a flat Earth to measure that angle. Earth's flat for the measurement you've just described. Welcome to flat Earth.
So yeah, if it was a flat Earth, it wouldn't make any sense because the sun would be
Did he hear
below.
what I said? It's like he ignored it completely. I'll just repeat it. This time,
Okay.
asshole. Repeat the words I say to you. I'm going to say them slowly. And I expect you to mute while I say them and then repeat them verbatim. Earth is measured flat for the angle in your claim. Welcome to flat Earth. Do you understand?
Earth is measured. I'm gonna be honest, you were cutting off a bit.
Earth is measured flat for the angle third time in your claim. Below 0 degrees sun is a sun below a flat plane of reference. 0 degrees. 1 degree would be a straight line between you and the sun on the ground, and a line to the imaginary point in the sky with a line to it called the sun at 1 degree. That's a flat Earth only measurement. So to make your stupid, idiotic, globe faith-based claim, you've given me a flat Earth measurement to do it. It's the 4th time. Do you understand?
I do. I did that
So,
because
given that
I
you can
was-
conclude that you do understand what I've told you, You don't need to carry on talking. I just need a yes. Yes, I understand. I offered you a flat Earth measurement to claim Earth's a sphere. That's very stupid. Don't use flat Earth measurements to tell me Earth isn't flat and it's sphere-shaped when you're measuring it flat to make the stupid claim. Don't do that. Meanwhile, thank you for offering me a elevation to the sun measurement with respect to a flat plane, an angle, 2 straight lines. One isn't bent. It wouldn't be an angle. So you've just made a flat Earth measurement. That's a proof we're measuring a Earth that's flat, sir. We measured Earth flat. It's flat. Welcome to flat Earth.
Yeah, so I went under the assumption that the Earth is flat for you and showed you that it doesn't make any sense. I'm sure that
Sorry, you
doesn't
talked
make
about an
sense.
angle measurement, did you not?
Yeah, under the assumption the Earth is
Okay,
flat.
no worries.
That
How
angle
do you get an
measurement-
elevation angle measurement from a curved surface?
That's a different claim. I just claimed that.
Your
Earth
claim
makes sense.
requires an angle measurement. It's your claim. You're saying, I gave you the claim on a flat Earth so it would work for me. Okay, well now let's get that angle measurement to have one of the lines in an angle, 2 straight lines meeting at a vertex, be bent. Can you do that, sir? Or is this, as I declared, and you've whistled past, a flat Earth only measurement? Can you give me an elevation angle with a curved baseline, sir?
Yeah. So
No.
uh
No. Do you not know what an angle is? Can you define angle for me, please, sir?
angle. I got you.
Can you define it, please? Because when I've asked you to give me an angle with a curved base, you've said yes. That's idiotic. Angles are what? Define one, please. You're struggling there. You told me yes when asked about how an angle would function, and you don't seem to even be able to define what the word you agreed with in defiance of its actual definition you
yeah.
don't even know. So do I need to define something? Why are you disagreeing with it? You don't even know what it means. That's rhetorical.
with
You
angle?
don't need to answer it as rhetorical. It's because he's a dumbass. In spite of him not knowing the meaning of an angle, he's telling me you can have an angle with a curved baseline. What an idiot. An angle's 2 straight lines meeting at a vertex. You can't have a curved line. It won't be an angle anymore. Ergo, your claim to say Earth's spherical, what a stupid idiot, needed a flat Earth measurement, an elevation angle to the sun, sir. You're going to measure a flat Earth for that. You cannot measure a globe for it. It's a flat Earth only measurement. 6 times. So, in conclusion, Earth is measured flat in your example.
So I mean 2 lines you can create are one for eye level and another for the angle in which you see the sun based on eye level, which would be 2 different lines.
You
So
don't
that
have
you're
level on a
still able to
globe.
measure. Well, eye level from your height.
You don't have
like, it
that on a
doesn't matter.
globe. There is no eye level on a globe.
You can have eye level. Like the
Sorry, what is a
the-
globe? How many straight lines do you have on it?
It wouldn't be a straight line. It would be a.
There is no
tangent line
level
from the
to
globe.
reference from a globe to compare and get eye level from. Do you know where we do reference eye level to or not? Because it's the Earth that we'll be referencing it to. Do you know what part of Earth, what we'd call it?
What?
Surface level with eye level parallel with it. So for eye level, you need a flat Earth, sir. I'm going to say it again because it's getting irritating. As a flat earther, I really get annoyed when idiot globe believers use my flat Earth measurements that we will and must use to try and claim some form of sphericity. No, so you don't have eye level on a globe, you don't have level on a globe, you certainly don't have surface level on a globe. So no, you keep using flat Earth measurements. Can you stop doing that?
So I used flat Earth measurements. Your flat Earth
Yes,
measurements.
eye level,
that it doesn't
dumbass.
exist.
Don't do that.
To prove that the flat Earth does not exist.
No, you
used your
can't use
measurements.
flat
It
Earth
doesn't.
measurements to prove it's not a flat Earth. That's idiotic.
Why?
Because you're measuring it flat to
It's
say it's not flat, you stupid idiot.
hypothetically, if it was flat, and I used
No,
it,
not
it
hypothetically, you
wouldn't-
stupid dumbass. No,
Prove a globe.
I'm just going to stop him, Chocolate. What do you mean hypothetically? No, your example had a measurement, angle measurement. That's not a hypothetical measurement. It's your example. Are you now saying your stupid shit example that you gave me about measuring the sun above the horizon with an angle, that's a hypothetical example and that you couldn't possibly do this, claimed to be proof we're on a sphere in reality, because suddenly your own example has now been demeaned to hypothetical rather than measurement-based. So you're undermining your own stupid, shitty claim then now. It's just hypothetical. We're not actually going to measure anything. So it's not a globe proof then, you liar. It's just some hypothetical nonsense you came up with. Nothing to do with measuring Earth then. Just hypothetical then.
No, it's
your angle you talked about was just hypothetical then.
Because the Earth is so large.
I didn't ask about what because the Earth is. You gave me a claim that Earth was spherical with an angle measurement in an elevation angle to the sun. Now you're demeaning that measurement of Earth as merely hypothetical. No, we're not talking about hypotheticals that you use in your claim to prove Earth's a sphere that suddenly aren't so good, so become a hypothetical measurement. No, we do and are, and in your example, it was, until it was hypothetical, a flat Earth measurement that you're now demeaning. Why? Because I've used your example to prove Earth's measured flat. It becomes hypothetical. No, sir. It's not hypothetical. We are and do measure Earth flat. You did too. With an angle. Welcome to flat Earth. It's not hypothetical. We measure Earth flat.
Okay, I think what you're doing is you're latching on to...
Don't tell me what I'm doing. Don't tell me what I'm doing. We measure Earth flat with your angle. Respond.
Okay, so what the whole point is
don't tell me what the point is. Respond. You measured Earth flat with your angle in your example. Respond only to that.
The curvature is so small that
there wasn't any. The angle didn't have any curvature.
Exactly.
So you measured Earth flat. You started telling me about the curvature. There wasn't any in your measurement. So stop telling me about what curvature there wasn't in your angle. The only thing measured was an angle. Why are you telling me about the curve in it? There isn't any. So I'm stopping you. Notice how I don't need to clarify when it's absolutely justified to be interrupting. Yeah, when a dickhead tells me that there's a curve to his angle he's measured, I'll stop him. I say, no, you didn't measure any curve, so why are you telling me about curve? Stop. Now we'll start again, reset. The angle you measured in your claim required Earth be flat. Respond. Go.
Okay, so I will do this not with angles. I can do the exact same claim without angles, and it will still work. So if someone sees the sun above them, right? And someone else sees the sun to the side of them, right? And sees that it's being cut off by the Earth, right? Then at that point, that can't.
I've already heard
in
this.
Flat Earth.
I heard this once. I've already heard it once. Do you think repeating it's going to somehow make the outcome any different?
Angles.
I've already heard this. I've responded to it. My rebuttal's now going ignored because he decided he's going to repeat it. Repeating your claim I've just took a shit on isn't responding to me pointing out the angle measurement you used in the example the first time was a flat Earth angle. It's an elevation angle to the sun.
How do you respond?
Yeah, I have. Your angle was a flat Earth angle. It's an elevation angle measurement. Do you want me to define that for you?
I'm not using any angles in this example.
Oh, is he muttering? Is he stepped away from his mic in defeat?
Oh, I'm not using any angles in this example.
Sorry, when you said the word angle the first time you gave this exact same example.
It's the second time, not the first.
So we'll just ignore what you said the first time because based on my rebuttal rather than responding to it, you've modified the claim and repeated it. No.
No.
No, you used an angle in the exact same example.
Sorry.
Ignoring the rebuttal and modifying the claim isn't addressing my rebuttal, though, is it?
The first claim was a contradiction to flat Earth. The second claim is to...
No, it wasn't. You measured a flat Earth. It wasn't. Now he's making baseless assertions to undermine my win. No, it wasn't. It was a flat Earth measurement that you used in the form of an angle. Now he's chanting through me taking away his attempted undermine of my victory. No, sir. What you did initially was claim an angle measurement to the sun. With a flat Earth angle, you will measure a flat Earth. You haven't addressed it. You've now modified the claim and rinsed and repeat the same thing, but without the word angle in it. Okay, that doesn't address what I've pointed out to you. We do measure Earth with an elevation angle in practical application. Now, what you're going to start yammering about, two people observing anything, has no practical application or demonstration. It's a little just-so story about two people and what they see. No measurements involved anymore. So what, Earth's a sphere based on two dickheads looking at the sun? Well, there's no measurements anymore, is the dickhead? You don't have to talk through me taking a shit on your modified claim. I'm now taking a shit on your modified claim, dickhead. That's not an invitation to talk through the embarrassing defeat as I take a dump on it. Now, I was going to stick with the flat Earth measurements that prove Earth's measured flat, but you don't seem to want to acknowledge or concede them. You've just reiterated your claim with a modification that just has two people looking at stuff. So no measurements then, dickhead. Well, this is pretty shit. We do measure elevation angles to the sun, though, and put them to practical use. And when we do, it's measured flat, like in your first example that I took a shit on. So, sir, we measure elevation angles. You've just modified your claim and made it less useful because it's just two people looking at things now. How useless. Meanwhile, we do measure Earth, it's flat. We measure it with angles flat, like you did in your first time around with this same example.
He actually updated his claim to an affirming the consequent. If the Earth were a globe, we'd see the sunset. We see the sunset, therefore Earth a globe. So you've downgraded, yeah. You started with angles and went backwards to an affirming the consequent.
Yeah, it started with measurements, made it all sound like we're measuring Earth as a sphere. When I point out the measurements are flat, they become hypothetical and get removed from the example. And then we get an affirming the consequence fallacy instead. Crap. Useless. I can prove Earth's measured flat. The best you've got is to talk about two people looking at the sun when I'm talking about how Earth's measured flat with angles. What a crap demonstration of globe faith. I've got measurements. I used yours. Earth's measured flat. Is this the best you've got to challenge that?
Have angles.
Is the best you've got to challenge that to give me measurements of a flat Earth? Is that the best you can do? Give me my flat Earth measurements back. Is that the best you can do?
Those are round Earth measurements too.
So give me an elevation angle with a curved baseline. Go. Rinse and repeat. Scumbag that didn't address this the first time. I already asked you to do this and asked you to define an angle, didn't I? Do you think just doing the same thing again? You can stutter, can you, bitch? Shut up. I'm done with you, bitch. Sit down. Shut up. I'm done with you. Chanting and stuttering the same shit through me. I asked you to define an angle. You did this last time and I got annoyed. Because you challenged it and you couldn't even define what an angle was, sir. Now I'm going to call you a bitch. Because that's what you just did. A bitch move. Yeah, you failed last time when you didn't define an angle. Now you're going to rinse and repeat that, are you? Sit down, shut up, I'm done with him. Dickhead, bitch. Talk to me like that and I will treat you like a dog.
Method as you understand it?
It's a different person. I'm just going to have a little victory dance, Embo, if you don't mind. You're going to piss down my back and tell me it's raining. I'll rip your pecker off. Yeah? You want to bark at me like a dog? I'll treat you like a dog. Yeah? Ignore what I say in rebuttal, like how'd you define an angle? No, I just disagree that angles have to be two straight lines. One can be curved. Earth's curved. No, that's not going to fly. It certainly won't fly on the next attempt when it comes to the second time around. I'll talk to you like a dog. Tell you to go away. Shoot, dog.
He actually struggled in his second attempt without using the word angle. He's like, oh, if someone was standing here, my mate was standing over there, and it was from the viewing it from the side.
Sorry, Embo. I didn't mean to. You get the tail end of that. Go ahead. My bad.
I just wanted to ask, can you name any discovery based on the scientific method as you understand it?
What did I make a claim about anything to do with the scientific method? What claim have I made? I'm being asked random questions about stuff I haven't claimed.
In this particular discussion, you didn't, but you do in general in your shows.
Give me a quote. Give me a quote.
Of how
quote.
it
Give me a quote. Give me a quote. What have I said? What claim have I made?
You're just a fucking bully, Nathan.
Can you just
Just
get
a
rid of this
fucking
person?
bully.
Can you just remove that person who's just come in to call me a bully? No, I responded to a man about his angles he used, and he ignored me. And then when he rinsed and repeated me asking him to define what an angle is that me bullying him? Now, that's me getting pissed on by a globe-believing scumbag bitch. And when that happens, I'll treat that person like a dog. Because if I ask them, how'd you define an angle if you're going to say you can have a curve to it, and they can't, the next time they try it, I'll treat them like a dog. Because they've ignored my first time around rebuttal. It's not me being a bully, it's me winning. And treating the scumbag deceivers who attempt to make the same claim that they've ignored the first time through the top of my demolition. It's not me bullying them, it's me winning. Now, you don't have to like it, but that's what it is. Meanwhile, we measure Earth flat. His example had a flat Earth elevation angle in it. Now, the other little globe-believing bitch called Brenda's come to try and undermine that by calling me a bully. Is that addressing the fact we measure Earth flat with elevation angles, or is it merely an ad hominem attack from a globe-believing numpty who feels threatened because they're challenged in their faith? So you're a bully? No, I asked him to define an angle, he couldn't. And when he attempted it the second time, I treated him like the dog he was. I have to like it. Meanwhile, I'm being asked about some science I've claimed something about. Did I make a claim about science? What was that claim? What was the quote, Embo? Go ahead. Quote me.
Yeah. You usually say that you firstly observe a natural phenomenon and then you induce it as the dependent variable. You assume some
But
independent
what did I
variable,
claim?
manipulate it
Sorry,
to discover the
no,
cause of
that's
it.
not me. That's not a quote, number one. And number two, that's not me making a claim about anything. That's me detailing the method of science. That's not a claim that I'd be asked to give evidence for in that format. That's the format. I didn't ask you to tell me what format I detail in terms of science. What scientific, evidentially based claim did I make? Put it in quotes. Or is it that you can't?
Yeah, the claim is the scientific method working in that way. That's why I'm asking you.
So I
about
claim
the
the
discovery
scientific
based on
method
that.
works. You've asked me to give scientific evidence for something. Outrageous.
No, I'm just
I'm going to now
just asking
object to
for
you
any
being a prick,
examples with
Embo. It's
application.
not your time to chant through me. One word, outrageous, isn't your cue to talk. Yeah, it's me demonstrably proving what a prick you are. You're not going to put some claim I've made that utilised science to make it, in quotes, because I haven't made one. If I had, you'd put it in quotes and we'd be discussing it. But I haven't. Your first gambit was you haven't made one today. Okay. Well, a lot of people that I challenge do make claims that suggest they've got science for them, and quite often I have to point out that they haven't got the actual validity to suggest their science. So I have to take them by their hair, screaming through bushes backwards, telling them what science is. That's why you've probably got those quotes, which weren't quotes. But I asked you, because you'd offered a suggestion that I should be giving empirical evidence for something, a reasoning behind it, which was to say, give me my quote about what I've claimed that would need science, and you can't do it.
Okay, so the reason why I'm asking that question is because I think your interpretation of how that method works is absolutely useless and there's no application of it in practice.
This isn't a scientific subject. We're in a server talking about flat Earth. You're in a category error. Go somewhere else.
Oh, but it is connected. You specifically detail that this is how science works, and you use it to deny multiple arguments that
Right,
have
why
relation
is
to the
this
shape of the
asshole
Earth.
doing
Gravity, for
this?
example.
Why is this asshole doing this? If I've made a claim that needs science that I'm going to have to back up, give it me. Now he's saying, oh, no, the way you detail the method. Oh, you've made it clear that the method works in a certain way. Yeah, I've explained why. Arseholes, people like you, Embo, come along and tell me they do have science. And when they do, we check if they actually have by going through the method with them. That doesn't mean I've got to make any justified reasoning behind science and its use. I'm not using it.
Yeah, the problem is that the method itself working in the way you think is not a dogma.
Sorry, it's ad hom. How I think. It's an ad hom. It's got no relevance on the subject. It's a category error. He's not addressed what I've told him. Now there's rumpusing. Now there's Discord rumpusing. It's got no bearing on flat Earth. He's not addressed that, has he, ladies and gentlemen of the audience? 100 people watching. Has he addressed the fact that I haven't made a claim about it and it's got no relevance to the subject? He's just consistently persisting in this line of reasoning and questioning. I don't make a claim about it and it's got no relevance to flat Earth. You're in a category error.
I already explained how it has relevance to flat Earth. You use it to deny multiple evidences that have to do with the shape of the Earth, like gravity, for example.
You've linked videos from Not a Professor Dave saying debunking flat Earth without using science. Nathan's telling you you're in a category error, and even in your own epistemology, you are in a category error.
Hypocrite, he's doing that because now he's struggling to put any proof because all the proofs that he got doesn't follow the scientific method. So now what he's trying to do since this morning, he's questioning the scientific method just to tell people that the scientific method is not something that you can follow, so you can use pseudoscience and claim that it is scientifically proved, like gravity, for example. He wants to talk about gravity, but because of scientific method, he is stuck there. He can't prove gravity anyway as a scientific method. So he wants to just take away that shit to put forward his gravity bullshit.
Okay, have you got any scientific evidence? Gravity is you, not me. You brought it up. Gravity and science both brought up by you. So have you got science for gravity, Embo?
Do you have any application of the scientific method?
I didn't make any claims, but I just think, just remove Embo. He's going to do this. I'm not going to continue for the next 15 minutes live with him chanting through me, being unreasonable, being a prick. He brought up a claim. I heard him say gravity. That's his claim. He's making it. I didn't. I made that explicitly clear. And I pointed out to my audience that he's not responding when I say he's going around this line of reasoning consistently, asking me for my science that I haven't claimed. Then he says gravity. So given that nobody's put any scientific claims on the table except him, and nobody's brought up science except him, it seems reasonable that I'd ask him for his science, for his gravity. And what does he do when I do that? Starts repeating consistently, like he has been, that I should be offering some science. Now, that's a category error. He didn't deal with that either. But are we going to get scientific evidence of gravity from him? Nah, because there isn't any. We dealt with that at the beginning of the show.
Am I correct in what I'm hearing is that what he's trying to say is that it's useless to establish the cause of an effect?
Who cares? It's a category error. We're on a flat Earth server talking about flat Earth. Flat Earth's not a phenomena. Nothing's happening. Globe Earth, if you want to believe, based on flat Earth measurements that you create this globe with, that you're on the globe you created with flat Earth measurements, then that's not a science category either. Keep telling him, he's just not acknowledging it, so that's why I've told him to get lost.
I mean, I'm just saying that's a funny angle, being that we were thrown science as proof of globe in every aspect of it. So to hear a glober now say science useless, that's cute, almost.
Yeah. Shout out to Duncan McLeod from YouTube. He says, this dude trying to debunk the scientific method. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face. Thanks for the super chat, Duncan.
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Like, what? Okay, I mean, guess that's the route you got to go. It's weird. But to prove your globe, you don't need science. You just need to prove your globe. Globe isn't science.
Sure.
Yeah, but he needed Nathan's help because he struggled yesterday and this morning to prove gravity and gas pressure without a container. So he needed Nathan's help just to tell him, oh, you can just push those ideas without using scientific method. You can push those things as being the cause of the effect without following scientific method. You don't need observation. You just need a hypothesis, an assumption. That's what he wanted.
Exactly. They need it to be a claim that I'm making so he can challenge me. And upon doing so, he can create a false dichotomy with his globe science that he hasn't got either. Yeah, well summarised. 109 people watching. Very warm welcome to anybody who's just joined the live stream. Please share the show if you've not done so already. We're currently in politics server, so we're going to be here for, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15, maybe 20 minutes more. Till our welcome's worn out. So please share the show if you've not done so already. Sorry, AJ, go ahead.
I'll say Price of Adam has a good post here. Dude calls So Embo tells us that we're the science deniers, and then he denies science himself.
Flap on the back of his neck from wearing a do-rag. First, I comb everything out, and I take it down with my 2 3/4 blade. This is equivalent to about. Before y'all say, "Oh, his hair
Killy
is
Teeth,
fake,"
you're off
whatever.
mute. Killy Teeth, you're hot miking, my friend. Okay, anybody else got anything they wanted to ask? Or demand that I should be making claims about? He's obviously joined the live stream to step away from his mic and talk in the background off mute. So I don't know what the server moderators can do about that. If they've left him on server mute, I wouldn't suggest he's got anything to add. But does anybody else got anything to add while we're here live? Or ask, I should say.
Oh, I think they're all server muted. Yeah, we've had a few meltdowns tonight. They've all spiraled.
Yeah, one guy yelling Earth is measured flat at me because he couldn't comprehend or repeat the first rendition of it from me. Yeah, seriously, if you remember, check it out in the
Right.
pre-show. That guy losing his shit and yelling, Earth is measured flat at me. I kid you not. Check it out if you remember.
Nate Maple, you got something to add? Question?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
All right. What's a good movie to watch to learn more about the flat Earth?
None of them. All of the movies generally are propagandized with
documentary.
globe Earth belief if they're going to be in relation to the subject at all. So most sci-fi movies are space-based. Well, that's heliocentric in nature. So, you know, short of talking about Tolkien or things of that nature where they're in a flat plane environment, I can't really think of any. Game of Thrones was flat Earth, was it not? Not a movie though.
Or any media. I mean, a good documentary.
Fortnite's a flat Earth game. I don't know what to tell you. It's measured flat. The
Well, the
practical
problem is,
applications. I
Nate-
mean, yeah, I've discussed this with my compadres on the panel, right? Which is to say, it'd be nice if there were alternative paradigms beyond the heliocentric one in sci-fi, right? And there isn't really that niche. It's just obviously too small to need filling. But in terms of whether or not Earth's flat, the practically applied measurements of Earth are all flat.
Yeah, look, the problem is there's documentaries that you can go and watch, yeah, but I wouldn't really call them documentaries. And what you're going to be dealing with is what we class as esoteric flat earthers who like to speculate and try to replace the globe and try to give a replacement type model, yeah? And that's not what we're about here. We're here about things we can verify and measure in reality. So as Nathan says, it measures as flat. That's all we need to know.
It's a one hell of a circle that we've reached here.
Go see up to that mic, Chocolate.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
I was just gonna say it's a hell of a circle we've reached here now, right? We've got Globers yelling at us that Earth is measured flat. Like what? This is where we've come to.
That's always fun on a Friday in the politics server. I like how Brenda had to come in, tell me I was a bully.
Yeah, she's changed her avatar and everything too, so I didn't pick her up straight away.
That's what they've got.
Changed her picture.
If it fails when they try and interrupt and rumpus the conclusion in defeat, they'll call their opponent a bully when he shuts them down and shouts at them in response. No, you're not going to talk through me. I'll shout my response at you. Shut you down with a rebuttal. You want to call me shutting people who are rumpusing me down with a rebuttal bullying? That's pathetic. Kind of person who does that gets in touch with CPS and says my kids should be taken away. That's what Brenda is, just a scumbag. A disgusting scumbag. That's what globe believers are. Generally speaking, they'll sink to those sorts of levels. I win. Prove that Earth's measured flat with elevation angles. Have his kids off him. He's a bully. No, I proved Earth was measured flat with elevation angles. My opponent told me that they could be bent and I asked him to define an angle. He ignored me, carried on, chanted through me, and then attempted it a second time, then got treated like a dog. Oh, you're a bully. Bark at me and you'll get your beak slapped. Metaphorically speaking. Have a reasonable discussion, you'll find I'm a very pleasant person to interact with. I can be quite humorous at times.
Well, what do you do when your compadres yelling at flat earthers that are measured flat? How do you come in after that and say, well, no, obviously it's curved? So
When you've
what
watched...
do you do? No, quick, say something. You're a bully.
From the sidelines, that's it. If you're thinking, oh, I've got great flat earth proof, and then you watch 2 or 3 people come along and present what you, until that point, thought were pretty good globe claims. Sorry, not flat earth proof. Globe claims. Globe proof. They present them and you're like, yeah, sun going behind the earth curve edge. That's going to definitely stump these flat earthers. And before you know it, the guy who's presented it's being demanded to accept and acknowledge the angle measurement he's used in his claim that's flat earth only. You can't quite friggin' believe your ears. Hold on, this went from being a stone cold globe proof to requiring Earth be measured flat to make the claim? How did that happen? And then you think twice about what you thought was a really good globe claim that you might put to this dumb flat earther. You think, maybe I'll be made to look stupid and my claim will be turned into a flat earth proof on the spot. Yeah, that's exactly what will happen. So, dumbfounded silence 2/3 of the way through the show. To be expected. I wouldn't want to put a shitty globe claim to me either at this point. Because I'd know what would happen. It's going to get turned into a flat earth measurement. Because they all are. Earth is measured flat for everyone. You want to make a globe claim? I absolutely 100% assure you will need a flat earth measurement to make that claim. For my live audience, it's on screen now. The origins, the genesis of globe earth measurements. They're flat earth angles to stars. Just so you know verbally. Earth's measured flat. There's no getting around it. Your globe relies upon it. Deny that Earth's measured flat and you deny the base premise measurements of your globe that you believe in. Can't deny it. It's part of your globe to measure Earth flat. Like with angles and stuff like the last guys did. But yeah, we'll be here a little bit longer, so if there's any brave souls that did want to try their hand, now's your chance. Stunned silence. I would assume there's a 50% chance that the half the room are actually globe believers in here. Absolutely nothing. The debate is over, ladies and gentlemen. There is no globe. To believe in one requires you measure Earth as a flat plane. The debate was over before it started. Earth was always flat.
I think it's dawning on them how hopeless it's been and how obvious it's been for us.
Well, it also looks like, Nathan, we've been able to organise something for you in one of these spaces on X. So I'll chat with you through the week about that.
Awesome.
Next week, yeah.
I don't mind a few protracted silences. We can all have a little moment of remembrance of the globe. How we all used to believe we were stood on a spherical surface. All of us, that is, everyone in this room right now. You all know. Maybe not true for the audience. Maybe they haven't been paying close attention. Everyone in this Discord server knows Earth's measured flat now, though, don't they? That's why we're here.
Stole my line. I was just going to shout out to the moment of silence.
You debated for a long time, Nathan. So I guess that you debated for a long time since you've been a flat earther. So I guess that you witnessed that there is a difference between the debates years ago and now. So it seems that the Globers are getting dumber, more stupid than they were before, because the debates before were more engaging. You can have a debate that can stay longer than now. So now the Glober can't resist even 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, it takes about a 60-second period before they start declaring Earth is measured flat with their own example. Years ago, we didn't notice, so they sounded more intelligent because nobody pointed out that they were measuring Earth flat to make their example. That's all that is.
You can't blame them too much though, because look at what they're working with, right? Literally, what they're telling us right now is Earth is measured flat, and then blah 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 sphere, right? Like that's literally the argument now, right? You kind of can't blame them for that, because I mean it's like sending somebody out into a gunfight with a butter knife. You know what I mean? Like what are you going to do at that point? There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, they're told that the butter knife shoots lasers, and then they find out it doesn't. Do you know what I mean? When they get out there.
But there was a turning point around about the time that we started talking about the scientific method and how they didn't have any evidence that was actually backed by science, as they were claiming. Around about that time, YouTube were told, you've got to do something about this flat Earth thing by Congress. So that's about the turning point as far as I'm concerned, because I'm a YouTuber. So all I look at is where did the stats start to take a big turn. You go from 300 people, 320 people, 350 people, growing audience, to 12. You're like, the subscriber count hasn't changed? Well, have I now got to build up every single live stream and beg everybody watching to share the show repeatedly? Because I get an audience of 10 people if I don't.
And it's the lack of any real substance that the quote unquote globe paradigm provides them in this debate is what has caused them to shift from being globers, what we would call globers, into anti-flat earthers. I'm sure most of you listening have heard that before, right? That's come from us. That's us labeling the people who literally will change what the globe tells them it is, right? In order to debate it. That's why they become anti-flat earthers. They're not even globers. They don't even use the globe paradigm to debate. They create their own little versions of the model, quote unquote, and then debate that. That's terrible.
I normally do this at the beginning of the show, but as it's nearing the end of the show and I haven't done it at all, I'll do it now. The purpose of us coming on a Friday to the Politics Discord server is to spread the message to both Globers, in debate more often than not, but mostly flat earthers in this regard, and let them know that the debate has moved on. We no longer have to answer in the affirmative to a question about if we know the Earth's flat by telling them how globe-shaped it isn't. We know it's measured flat. Now, if you do have to get into the wrangle-dangle with a globe believer, just take him immediately to how Earth's measured flat to make their claim. And if you don't have to do that, then you shouldn't be in the debate. But if you've arrived and gone, well, I'm here, though, well, yeah, that's fine. Good. No, Earth's measured flat and get on with your day. It's not that big a deal. Nothing's going to change. It always was flat. Everything you ever do in terms of measurements of Earth will be flat. And it always was. Including, but not limited to, the creation of a globe faith for you to previously believe in. It doesn't mean you've got to debate next man. They're entitled to their belief. But no, it's measured flat and you can get on with your day knowing that not a great deal will change. We'll still navigate it, measure it, fly over it, sail on it, chart it flat like we always did. So nothing much changes. You don't have to concern yourself too much. Not that serious. You just know how Earth's measured now. And how the globe, if you want to look into it to a greater extent, was created with those measurements. So obviously you're not standing on a reified mathematical model of a Earth that's created sphere shape with flat Earth measurements. That's not possible. But you used to believe it, and that's interesting and all. But you still got to pay the mortgage tomorrow, and Earth will still be flat. So know it if you're a flat earther. Don't believe it based on how globe-shaped it's not. Know how Earth is measured flat. If you're going to debate it, learn every single aspect. Tune into Flat Earth Debate Daily and you'll learn all of these subject matters so you can debate them with next man if you choose to. But don't be getting into the debate if you don't. Just know it's measured flat and get on with your day. And to the globe believers, if you want to continue to believe you're on the spherical surface that is described in maths from within the sphere on a flat plane, that was used to measure the angles to the stars to create that mathematical model that you can't be standing on, you can only be standing in. You can believe that you're standing on it still, if you want to believe that nonsense. You can choose to do that in the face of the truth that we measure Earth flat. You can do that if you want to. And I won't challenge you, that's up to you. Your belief is your own. Everyone's entitled to their stupid, dumbass globe beliefs if they want them. In spite of the fact we've told you that those beliefs came from flat Earth measurements. You can continue with the belief in the face of the facts and reality of Earth that's measured flat to create that belief. You can do that if you want to. To the rest of us, flat earthers that is, just know it's measured flat and get on with your day. Not that serious.
What I heard earlier was, if I can remove the validity of scientific method, I can then start claiming science for something that isn't. It would help prop up my belief.
That's what Embo attempted, yes. Very well summarised. I can show that you and your version of science being empirical isn't real, then when I start claiming I've got science for gravity, my bullshit version of science that isn't the debunked non-science that I said your science that was science isn't science, can become a science, and I will win, and gravity will be proven with science. That I start out by saying you've got a version of that's wrong because the empirical method's dusty and old, and my newfangled version of what I'll call science does prove gravity. So there.
Pretty much, yeah, it's about the standard. But if your belief is that strong that you feel you need to do that, then I don't know if there's any way out of it for you.
Has there been any chat skanking, AJ? People who might want to be encouraged to actually have a discussion before we sign out from this live show?
No, not at all. Just Booger and Embo and Yarnzo or Yawns. So just guys we've already spoken to.
Guys, you could get a little room together and have a little circle jerk. And say, yeah, curve angles will give us angles to the sun. And if we don't, it's just two people looking at it. God damn it. Go and toss each other off about how wonderful and globe-shaped Earth isn't. I mean, is. Well, it depends what you're doing in your little circle jerk together. There'll be no me there.
Insist that, insist that gas in containers is proving gas without containers.
They tried to make a circle called GF6 or something like that, but they couldn't even defend their beliefs, so they just separated that group.
I see.
And Embo was apart from the group. He had GF6 and Embo in his name and profile. They all had that GF6 as first letters in their name.
Oh, cool, like a little gang. Did they get badges made?
Yep.
Oh, bless them. That's embarrassing, Embo. Did your little club not carry on? You're not like a proper gang or anything? Are you the kingpin?
Colt, what do you want?
Were you the kingpin of your GF6 gang? Did you get badges made?
No, Embo's gone. I think he's not in the room. He's in the chat. Oh no. Yeah.
Right, we'll give him a couple more
And
minutes.
Booger's presenting evidence that Dave McKeegan proved the Earth to be a globe.
Dave McKeegan. Wow, where did he appear in history?
Someone has to know what proof and evidence is before it can be claimed by them or anyone else that they've proven something. This is the problem with our opposition. What they accept as proof is just confirmation bias. It's not proof of anything. It's never been. You can't prove a globe because the globe doesn't exist. So how can you prove the existence of something that is non-existent? If it existed, there'd be measurements of it. There isn't, so it doesn't exist. Simple as.
Isn't Dave McKeegan the guy that responded to one of my videos by describing elevation angles and described a perfectly flat baseline that was required? Is that the same guy?
Yeah, triangle.
Yeah,
Dave McKeegan's
that's the
already
video
conceded to me. Earth's measured
Triangle,
flat.
yeah.
It's measured flat according to Dave McKeegan. Perfectly straight baseline, end quote. Dave McKeegan.
Yeah, that's the video he posted. And he says, I haven't got time to waste to educate what is already said in the video. Easy proof, Earth is round.
Well, as I say, Dave McKeegan's made it explicitly clear that you need a straight baseline. Perfectly flat, end quote.
So again, he's come with some more flat Earth evidence. Oh, booger. He's very confused.
Yeah,
First it
this
was
morning.
First it was angle measurements to the sun. And again with the angle measurements, yeah. Need to bring globe proof, booger, not flat Earth proof.
Was that someone else saying good morning? Hear a good morning from someone?
No. I was about to say that he was rambling this morning, and AJ was talking. I didn't want to interrupt him.
Last call. Any more from the Politics Discord server before we bid you farewell? Well, at least bid my live audience farewell. No. Well, with that, I'll say if you are watching this on either Nathan Oakley 1980 or Nathan Oakley premiering streams, then stay tuned, as there will be an after show to follow. Unfortunately, though, if you are watching this live, this is where we bid you farewell. So, another massive thank you to all of you. Smash the super chat, liked, commented, shared, subscribed, joined as a member, and all that good stuff. Of course, a huge thank you to Politics 24/7 Discord server for letting us be on their server today and chatting with their participants. And another massive thank you to my G Plus panel for making today's live show possible. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I will see you all in the next video.